Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is like my third time filming this because, well, first time there was a technical difficulty, and then the second time my, device that I'm recording from fell off of the arm, so, that was crazy, but, this is one of my favorite videos to make and watch, other people's that they've done, and it's what I've colored for the month. This is actually from Romantic Country, the third tale. I actually finished this last month, but I forgot to show it. So I'm gonna start marking my pages so I can actually remember which ones to show y'all. So I did this all with Prismacolor, and this paper is super smooth. So Prismacolors goes down super smoothly on here. I love how the tree turned out with the leaves. Excuse me. And this spread just reminded me so much of Winnie the Pooh. Because there's this little boy who looks like Christopher Robin, like having a little tea party with his animal friends. And there's this cute little bear, so I drew my own little red shirt on him. Because I loved Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid, and I still do. But it just reminded me of that story where they're like all having a party. And it's kind of like a farewell party / celebration for Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, that just was super fun to do, and that was from last month. Now moving on to this month's pages, I have a picture in Enchanted Faces. Actually I have a few because I was practicing with alcohol markers since I got some this month. So this girl, I used Prismacolor for her hair, and then the rest is Touch New. I forgot to add color to her wings, so we'll just say she has snow white wings. And then, let's see, I also started her, her voluminous red hair. And this is with the Touch New markers. Just practicing blending, and this book is perfect for that because there's so much hair to color in this book. So I'll get that finished. And lastly, this is the first page that I actually did in this book. And it is this like exotic lady with her tiger, exotic fairy. I love her hair, and I'm pretty happy with how the skin turned out. That was my first time really doing skin tone with the Touch New markers, or skin tone period, I think, with alcohol markers. And I like how the tiger turned out. So there we are. And Ticket to Dreams, I did this page in just the ink tints, and I just had a lot of fun with it. It was just a really quick study on how ink tints would work in this book, and there is a little bit of warping, but not too bad. It'll like flatten out with time, I think. I love how her hair turned out. So I think ink tints will make some awesome hair in this book. So there's that one. And then in Magical Dawn, we have a double page spread. Make sure that's and it is Prismacolor. I used a lot of Prismacolor this month actually. So Prismacolor with an acrylic background, and I love how this turned out. It did go a very different direction than I thought. I thought it would be like very bold and bronzy, like a lot of bronze details, but it actually like turned into more whimsical and fairy-like. So I love seeing like how something that I envisioned in the beginning can change. Oh, and I love these eyes. Look at those eyes. Those are just piercing green eyes. So yeah, there's that. And this was initially like, this could be a double page spread, or it could be either or. So I tied in these colors on both pages so that it would feel more like a cohesive spread. So, we can call this the month of acrylic backgrounds because I did acrylic a lot. Okay, here we have this spread, which I did on camera with you guys. This side is washi tape, this side is Prismacolor, and the background is actually bronze acrylic paint. And it's really cool and shimmery. And I think this turned out really cool. It was really fun to do because it's one that like I personally shied away from a little bit, and I think a lot of other people do, because this fish was completely blank and you don't want to, like, you know, you try to match up to that talent right there. So that's why I did washi tape. But I've seen some people do some really cool things with this fish. I just wanted to experiment with that. So there's that one. Let's see, from Phantomorphia is this page, and guess what the background is? Surprise, surprise! Acrylic paint. It's so like velvety. That's why I love to do acrylic backgrounds too, is because not only does it fill in this huge area really quickly, and you can add pencil detail on top, but it feels so cool when you like run your hand over it. So I picked the background first, and normally I would have, like, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, this is like, when I first got this book, I thought this would be like a really, you know, more darker color scheme picture, or less vibrant, I guess, more muted color scheme. But I just saw this yellow acrylic paint and I thought that would be really cool. So I did the yellow, and then I did the red for the cards, and then I just decided blue would be really cool for the owl. And then after I did that, I colored in these face cards, and I was like, I wanted to make sure I got the colors right because I don't own a set, so I looked it up. And the colors on face cards are red, blue, and like this goldy yellow. I was like, whoa, my subconscious picked my color scheme. Like, that's just too crazy that I chose for, you know, because this is already predetermined red, but yellow and blue for the other two colors was kind of a what? But this is also red, yellow, and blue, which is a triadic color scheme, which is also very harmonious. But I just thought that was super funny that I didn't even realize that I was doing that. In Magical Delights, I did this really quick page. I used Inktense mostly, so I used it for the background, for these leaves, and on the poppy. But after that, I added some polychromos for all the details, like the blues, the ladybug, and like the stamen and stuff, and the bunny rabbit. And also for some of the deeper shading on the poppy, like these lines and like the overlapping. So this was super fast. I did this in like a day, like maybe a few hours at most. So another title I could use for this video is, why did I wait so long to get Inktense? Because this background I think turned out really nice, and normally with pencils it would have taken a few days at least. But moving on, in my Flowers, Berries, and Birds coloring book, I did this page with acrylic background. Wow! Sorry, I'm just teasing myself. So yeah, I did an acrylic background, which I am like actually impressed because this is like the Amazon paper, and I mean there's a little buckling on the back, but it is not warped. It like dried very smoothly and nicely. So that was really awesome. Like you can see it's not warped up at all. So that was a really big win for me. So acrylic background with Prismacolor. The rest is Prismacolor as well. So I added these fairy lights. And then colored this in. And it was a super quick color as well. So that was really, really fun to do. And I'm super happy with how that turned out. And the last one that I colored for this month, this is like the last one I completed. Where did it go? And I broke my rule with this book because I was gonna color each page in order, but I saw this picture and I had to color it. It's this sunflower, and yeah, I just fell in love. And I felt like it was a good way to ease myself into Tomislav Tomic's books. But there's all these little fairies, and there's so much detail. And this was actually super fun to color. I did have to take a break from it a little bit, just so that I could think about what colors I wanted to use. But, yeah, it was super fun to color, and I just realized that these books that are more intimidating, I just need to dive into them. Because I am going to take my time with them. I took my time with this, and it still turned out really well. And I actually finished this a lot faster than I thought because it was a fun color. So I need to dive into coloring Serene. So yeah. So there's that. And then I finished a coloring book this month. Not in the sense of putting pencil to paper necessarily, but illustrated by Camille Bell. So I do have a flip through of this on my channel. I finished illustrating this month. I turned into a drawing maniac. I like couldn't sleep, or not really sleep, but I like couldn't focus on anything else but illustrating this book. Because it's been in the works for about 2 years, and I finally just like bit the bullet because, for example, like this page, so I did all my research beforehand, and some of these things I've never drawn this before, so I kind of like put it off this coloring book, and then decided I just needed to yeah, just grit my teeth or not grit my teeth, but pull up my pants and get it done. So I'm really excited about this, and I am actually excited to color this. I think this would be really fun, like every state that I've been to, or well, I haven't been to very many, but I think that would be a cool idea. Like every state that you've been to, you get to color on that page to kind of encourage traveling. But so that's all coloring books. I'm gonna count diamond painting as coloring because it's like a color by number. You're just using a different medium. You're using something that's tactile and 3D. So I started this last month and finished it this month. I do have a couple diamonds missing because I ran out of that color, and I'm just waiting for the extras to come in the mail. But they are coming from China, so it could be 2 weeks from now or a month from now. And it was different enough color that I cared if it was in like this lighter blue area and not the tree. I probably would have just used some of my extra diamonds that I had. But yeah, that's a 20 by 30 and it feels really cool when it's finished. I just gotta figure out a way to frame it or mount it on something. So there's that one. And then I also looked on this diamond painting. It's a Hurricane Custom, and I'm gonna take you off so this doesn't fall off so I can show you. So it's this picture of my son when he's a newborn. This is a 40 by 60, so this is 60 centimeters by 40. I've done a little bit here, but mostly worked on this whole strip, and then I'm working on this strip. Oops. And I was pretty nervous because this is like super red in person, but it's starting to like, from further away, it actually looks really good. So I'm super excited about it. So that is all I have to show for this month. Thank you so much for watching this video. And thank you to all of my current and new subscribers. Your comments and your support and encouragement really means a lot. And I'm super grateful to you guys. Let me know, for anyone watching, what your favorite picture from this month was, because I can't pick a favorite for this month. I really liked a lot of the ones that I did. So yeah, and be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you next time. Happy coloring! Oh no.